Welcome back to WikiNarrator. On a quiet shelf in a European library in the early 20th century, a rare books dealer made an odd discovery. A thick vellum codex filled with text no scholar could decipher and illustrations of plants, astronomical wheels, and figures that seemed to belong to no known culture. The book was handwritten, its language unknown, the drawings were strange and whimsical, plants that didn't really match any species, star charts that made little sense, bathing women entwined in what seemed like a ritual. No one could read it. No one could confirm what it was about. Yet, scholars, cryptographers, and amateur sleuths have stared at its pages for more than 6 centuries, trying to unlock its secrets. This is the Voynich Manuscript, perhaps history's greatest unsolved puzzle. The manuscript's mystery begins, in part, with its age. In the 2000s, scientists radiocarbon dated the vellum, the animal skin pages, to between 1404 and 1438. That meant the book was a product of the early Renaissance era, likely produced somewhere in Europe. The parchment was carefully prepared, and the ink was applied shortly after the vellum was made, arguing against the idea that this was a later forgery. Yet when the scholars dig into the manuscript's origins, the trail goes cold. There are no definitive records of who created it, where it was first kept, and why it was written. The manuscript disappears into the shadows of history until 1912, when a Polish antiquarian bookseller named Wilfrid Voynich purchased it from a Jesuit college near Rome. From there, it entered the modern world. Today, the manuscript resides at Yale University's Voynich Rare Book and Manuscript Library, where high-resolution digital scans allow anyone in the world to pore over its contents. The Voynich manuscript isn't simply text on a page. It's an illustrated codex, meaning both words and pictures were intended to inform, explain, or record. Scholars estimate there are around 240 vellum pages, though some may have been lost over time. Pages are bound, but several fold-outs suggest the book was designed to be explored visually as well as linguistically. The text runs from left to right with no obvious punctuation. It uses a unique script, often referred to as Voynichese, consisting of loops, strokes, and characters unlike any known alphabet. Statistical analysis of the text suggests patterns closer to a natural language than random scribbles. There are frequent and rare groupings, structure, and consistency. Yet despite this, no one has been able to convincingly identify a single word's meaning in a way that holds up across the manuscript. The illustrations vary by section. Some pages depict botanical drawings where whimsical plants don't really match real species, astronomical wheels and star charts of circles and diagrams that resemble zodiac codices, balneological scenes, groups of bathing women in pools connected by what appear to be pipes or faucets, pharmaceutical pages that have jars, roots, and sketches that look like descriptions of recipes or remedies. Every region of the manuscript feels intentional, inviting interpretation, yet resisting any clear explanation. The core of the Voynich mystery lies in the text itself. Statistical methods show that Voynichese has properties similar to natural languages. Certain characters' groupings repeat with patterns akin to vowels and consonants, and the distribution of word lengths resembles known languages. It doesn't look like random and meaningless gibberish. Yet despite centuries of study, no one has cracked it. During both World Wars, Allied cryptographers, including experts from British and American code-breaking teams, examined the manuscript hoping to uncover hidden meaning. None succeeded. Linguists also have weighed in, some believing there could be an underlying language beneath the strange script. Others argue it could be a constructed or artificial language designed for purposes unknown. Across time, theories have ranged from plausible to extreme. Some suggest it could be a cipher, a coded message requiring a key. Others propose it might be a secret language, lost to history. A few claim it's a hoax, an elaborate medieval prank meant to dazzle observers, yet despite computational attempts and even algorithms trained to emulate its patterns, no translation has gained acceptance among scholars. Over the years, countless theories have been proposed about what the manuscript might be. One of the more enduring ideas is that it could be an herbal compendium, an early attempt at cataloging plants and remedies. Yet this is complicated by the fact that the depicted plants don't clearly match known botanical specimens. Another hypothesis focuses on astrology or cosmology, suggesting the astronomical diagrams hold symbolic or calendrical significance. Supporters of this idea point to the circular charts that resemble zodiac or planetary wheel designs. Some scholars have parsed sections of the manuscript into thematic divisions: herbal, astronomical, balneological, cosmological, pharmaceutical, and recipes, but no theory yet unites these into a coherent whole. Each section makes sense in isolation only to return you to confusion when viewed as a complete narrative. In more recent decades, computational linguists have attempted to simulate how the text could be produced. Some generate Voynich-like text from models based on card shuffling and random processes, which suggest the appearance of the language might arise without meaning. Other researchers apply advanced statistical methods to compare Voynichese with other known languages, looking for latent structure. Yet for every intriguing claim, there's an equal measure of skepticism. Some argue it's a sophisticated hoax, crafted to look mysterious on purpose. Others point out that our modern search for meaning might bias interpretations, enforcing structure when none exists. What keeps the Voynich Manuscript in the public imagination? Partly its combination of history and enigma. Here is a real object. Not a legend floating in storybooks, yet it defies every attempt at translation. It is tactile, historical, and yet functionally unreadable. Every few years a new claim surfaces. A proposed solution, a statistical breakthrough, a plausible decoding. None have endured rigorous academic scrutiny. Instead, the manuscript stands as a reminder of both the limits of our knowledge and the lengths people will go to fill them. From amateur codebreakers to professional linguists and cryptographers, countless minds have tried and failed. Some see the manuscript as a test of intellectual endurance, others view it as a historical riddle that might, someday, yield its secret. But as for now, the Voynich Manuscript remains unread, and that silence may be part of its lasting allure. Was it a forgotten herbal guide, a coded alchemical journal, a playful fabrication, or something else entirely? The truth is, we still don't know. The Voynich Manuscript resists explanation, and in its silence it holds a mirror to our own curiosity, a reminder that even with all our tools and knowledge, some mysteries endure. And so, hundreds of years later, the book inscrutably remains a testament to the wonders and limits of human understanding. Thank you for listening to this episode of WikiNarrator. Feel free to like and subscribe and leave a comment for any other ideas.